property for you.
Discussion.
In the world of paints, when a surface is painted more than once, the last application is called the top coat. It is applied as the finishing touch, which should represent the desired surface look. Property for You visited the Plascon company to learn more about top coats and how they are applied.
All the paint finishes as a final coat. Because I need top coat depending on what is the intended use.
One can be mistaken to think that people go to shops and just say they want to buy the top coat.
Most of the time, people buy lebella color or like, well, I would say color most of the time, lebella color. They want the finish in a brown or white or cream. But like, what is it that they want? Because like the top coat, they a protection. They differ according to their protection. You want something saying it's weather resistant, like it can withstand weather condition.
Finishing coats come in a variety, and a buyer has to know which type.
So like you'll get a paint in a that weather guard finish. Okay, like your Micatex. Micatex it withstand the weather because you know how like building expand and then contractor. So like it's got like that stretch and strength resistant. So how building expand and expand. Okay, and then if you let the hairline crack it, so all that small hairline cracks you feel and then it will prevent the hole.
Some plastered walls require paint covering not just for the presentable appearance.
We also get like products they are also textured and like that, and even plastering. If it almost plastered, so as a plaster you use Morocco and it hides all those imperfections. So like how like what is the condition of your wall?
In some cases, the painting is applied to target external interference, such as young children.
And again, like maybe when if at all we're going to talk about like interior products, you're not going to stop them from doing that because it's part of growing up. So the product sustain for so you get products that on label double velvet, you can wash it. You can paint again in the same day because it's odorless. So like because it dries within 2 hours.
The starting point in the application of top coats is the type of object and use. How does this help?
The top coat is so like it depends on the condition. Let me give you a scenario benta kitchen, okay, or you painting a bathroom. So those are always moist areas. So like you get how benta with an ordinary paint is it doesn't have the microshells. Microshells get that little ingredient they prevent the mold and the fungus in a hole. So sometimes you find out because of that steam that molds like around your tiles. That fungal growth, yeah.
Special surfaces such as kitchens and bathrooms call for a particular finishing.
So like if it all wears like kitchens and bathroom on your ceiling, on these wet areas or on your walls, then you have a product where it's preventing that from happening.
Getting to choose the most suitable top coat for the surface is never guesswork.
Basically how whether it's a salesperson or Plascon about I'm painting such a surface. It's a new surface or is it a new surface? Did I say is it a new surface or is it an old surface? Because the important thing before I got a top coat the beauty part and the protective part. And then you need the undercoats because top coat the undercoat is proper.
Since paint application accommodates beauty and protection needs, there is a good reason to move carefully.
But like there's no point to protect because that intended use is for it to protect the surface. Okay, and pente like go bolela gore dia harologana ka mehuta yotlhe ana re na le di oil re na le di water based di tsone di mehuta. Okay, ke go bolela ka dipente tsa mogare hela ke tla go bolela ka double velvet eno gore ena le that satin sheen le ka e le begang ka teng tse dingwe di matte finish a teng mare le tsa mo teng so like when o tla bo o itse gore o batla gore e protect the surface yang o kgona gore o batla e leng gore ya tlhatswega or engwe sa tlhatswega so like you need to ask those type of things.
Viewers may not want to know how a given top coat is linked to an undercoat, or whether a top coat could be applied to any undercoat.
Ebe re nna le di undercoat ne ke go bolela gore di undercoat ga o sa dirisa di undercoat sentle top coat ya gago kana ga ena gore e kgone go itshwarela kana undercoat e batla gore e protect the plaster if re o re bua ka dipente tsa lebota o tla bo batla gore o protect the plaster gore ka re plaster yone ena le the alkali so gore se ka tla ya bena top coat ya gago and then go tsong hone bo tla gore pente ga go ga e perform. You need to have done the first coat properly, which is like your undercoat and your primers.
The element of color is extremely important in the use of paints.
Color is another thing you consider. Like, what are you protecting? You can put any color. Okay, depending on like the quality of the paints. The cheaper ones you cannot put anything strong. Okay, and then the special product top coats
When paint is required for external application, only consideration is given to what would be suitable.
Ha re bua ka wall and wall ke pente e leng gore ke a kwa ntle ga ena texture yone mare ena le what we call stain barrier so e motlhofo go tlhatswa ile gore nna go di area reng tse ileng gore gona le dithole tse dintsi this is your ideal paint because ha ile gore o batla go cleana na go engwe hela o tsa hose pipe ya go helana ha pula e tla ya go cleana la penta ga go isala ile ntsha ga e go tshologa like all the other paints tse di leng gore they are not of like that good quality. Like in most cases application yes it's either we use a brush or we use a roller kana we use a spray but in most of them we use all those three. How pentaga roof whether it's corrugated iron kana ke di tile like tile tsone di a harologan you know o khona re bo irisa the new roof cool new roof cool e fokotsa mogote by 8% mo ntlong and ebe ba reflecta mogote kwa ntle e reflecta back to letsatsi gore se kana le mogote o montsi so like ke dio tse dingwe tsene go tshwantse re di consider ga o batla penta ga go lebela gore like a ke penta roof a o penta lebota a o penta floor you need to understand how penta garage o tshwantse o lebela gore garage wa go nna le like a heavy movement o leng gore like the machinery tla bong irisa koloi so like you need to look at gore like floor paint o irisang e khona go withstand because the floor paint le tsone di a harologana.
Coat products are available in multiple choices and serve a number of uses.
You know, there isn't much traffic. And then outside, like maybe on your pavings, you know, like there's going to be a whole lot of movement. So like like environment, there's traffic, there's less traffic, and then they can recommend you the right product.
How does the environment or physical condition affect decisions about the top coat? This discussion clearly shows that there is more to paint application than a brush and container of paint. To achieve the finishing touch, which satisfies the need, basic choices should be made correctly. Without the right knowledge, such decisions never come right. The point of departure should always be inquiry and consultation from people who work with paints.